True artists don't really seek for attention. Information is absolutely being manipulated because there are not many strict regulations um, that we can apply on social media platforms. There are a set of people who just rip it off and then edit it and combine it and come up with their own stories and their own interpretations for their own benefit, that is to just gain a reach for their pages or their channels. But if you're too seen and if you're too familiar, then there's a question among the creatives, as in, the question is how how deep can you absolutely deliver the presence of another person in a particular story?
Hey everyone, Ayubowan Vanakkam Assalamu Alaikum. Welcome to a special podcast series, and this is APEX, Electoral Platform and Information Integrity Summit of Global South 2025. So with us, we have the pleasure in talking to Umali Tilakaratna. She is a popular actress and a performing artist. More than me introducing Umali to you, let her itself introduce herself. Who is Umali Tilakaratna?
Well, just as you introduced, I'm an actor. I'm also a performing artist. I think that is why I'm basically known in the first place, if I'm known. So yeah, let's keep it there, simple.
Where do you think that Sri Lanka do stand when talking about the information integrity?
It's not just a matter of Sri Lanka. I think, as we've also gathered here, we call the global south, and it expands to the whole globe. Information is absolutely being manipulated because there are not many strict regulations that we can apply on social media platforms. Anyone can come up with a fake profile or even come up with YouTube channels and pages that have no identity or that we can't really approach to individually. So there's space left. There's so much space left out there when it comes to manipulating information. So integrity there itself is lost. For example, I would like to say, suppose we share something on our platforms, as in on our pages, or it could be Facebook or Instagram or any other platform. There are there are a set of people who just rip it off and then edit it and combine it and come up with their own stories and their own interpretations for their own benefit, that is to just gain a reach for their pages or their channels. This information may not be about the work that we do or how much effort we put in to create something, create a story, or act or perform. It's not about anything regarding our work, but some nonsense. But it's not fair for the creative minority. It's not fair by the creative and innovative minority because true artists don't really seek for attention.
Yeah, if I'm right, in your panel discussion, you mentioned more you're seen, the more your value goes down. Let's give a small clarification for that also, since you're going to talk about that.
When you are given a particular role, it is not exactly you, and then you portray someone that's totally new to the audience, and in order for the audience to grab that character as it is, for the authenticity that you deliver as the character, that is what really matters. But the experience that an audience can gain when you are you are flooded with unnecessary information about a particular actor or an artist. And also, when you're seen in a particular manner over and over and over again, it's not something that your mind, this um, image, the visual is not something that would interest you. Or I don't know whether you follow what I'm saying. It's on the contrary, some people may say or think that okay, the more you're seen, the more reach you would get.
And most of
more,
the people do say that.
the more that is for the market. That's good for a market on social media. But an actor's market is not on social media. It's a performing platform. The actor's role is it begins within, and it's not social media is all right for you to gain attention, to gain popularity, to gain the numbers, and to create that market. Yes, that is true. But um, if you're too seen and if you're too familiar, then there's a question among the creatives, as in to the question is how how deep can you absolutely deliver the presence of another person in a particular story. See, you can sell something when when you're popular and when you're famous, or especially if you're popular and you have a lot of numbers, followers, lots of reactions or whatever. It's good for your market. It's good for you to attract contracts with no leading brands, maybe.
To gain higher
Yes.
amounts.
Sorry.
To gain high amounts.
Yes, and also for producers who wants just the production to be viewed by a larger number of people, the reach could be high, but then that is not going to help you maintain or sustain the quality of a production or the quality of creativity.
Great. So, since we're talking about this online gender based violence, you're a performing actress. Would like to ask from your perspective, how do you see this? What is your understanding on online gender based violence?
Do you mean to say as an actor or
As an actress, and would like from your personal perspective also, just to make it short enough.
Yes, personally, yes, I have also faced violence on such platforms. Well, I think basically it's a reflection of our society. It's a reflection of those who react like that rather than responding. It's not anything about me. That is how I perceive and that is how I receive all the negativity. I mean, I am open to constructive criticism. It's a must. It's a part that has to be present in the whole industry, for the whole industry. But destructive and negative comments or behavior is also representing how unhealthy our society is, how unintelligent our society is emotionally. I see it as a movement of outloading your own stress on someone else's um, garden.
Okay, so that means as an actress, performing actress, would like to ask, do you believe that social, these algorithms do amplify hate on gender base
Yes.
a lot?
Believe is not the word I do understand. It has, see, it's not the first time we are speaking about this issue. We've been speaking about this for the past decade. Maybe it was not this popular, but it has become popular by the day. Why? Because people are feeding on it and they are they are receiving somewhat of a pleasure out of it by seeing others as indifferent or by not empathizing. Um, yeah,
And do you believe the current legislation in Sri Lanka do addresses to this concern?
no,
Why do you say no?
first-hand experiences, including myself and for my very dear ones, I have been to all these departments that are nominated to support such issues, but there's an extent that they provide for you, provide safety or understanding or support. Certain things are not even under their control. Some technical issues are there, the tech company criteria and regulations are not supporting in some cases. There are lots of issues actually. It's not yet enforced, and it's not operating in that expected standard.
How strong is information integrity in Sri Lanka?
It's not strong at all. It's not strong at all. I mean, people ask me, "Oh, when did you come down? When are you going back?" Because yes, I have been studying and working in Japan, but not for the past 5.5 years. But then there's this misconception about where I operate, and that is because of the false information that's been circulated. Well, may it be about my personal affairs, may it be about the place I live. People think that I live in a certain area, and it's and that I've built my own house. No, it's it's sad in a way because I don't get to speak or discuss or share details about the work that I do with certain people because they're blinded by all this false information given on online platforms.
The manipulated.
They're manipulated. And I feel sorry. I absolutely feel sorry for that 75% of passive population that would take everything as true. I think that is also because of how innocent they are and how appreciating they are of our work or of us as human beings. But why? Why do you have to manipulate these innocent people? Why do you have to do that over the integrity of an artist or an actor just to gain the reach, just to gain the views, just to gain the subscribers? Don't do it. You will not be able to die peacefully.
How grateful are you for this Epics 25?
Grateful to Factum. I've been known to and known by Factum for the past 5 years, maybe. Yeah, 5 or more. They always take great initiative to discuss and actively work on social issues, especially to be a voice for the marginalized communities. I've been part of their programs even before, and even at places that I could not join, I've seen how they operate, and I think they are playing a vital role in our society when it comes to multimedia platforms. And I congratulate and I also wish all the best, and I extend my support in all the good causes.
Thank you, Mali Tilakaratna, for that informative insight.
Thank you for having me.